Hi there, welcome back to Still Waters ASMR. Today's video I am going to talk about some storage solutions and some decluttering that I've done recently, which I'm quite proud of. And I'm joined by a cat on the sofa. She's purring away quite happily. Fun fact, whenever the baby cries, this cat comes and running and tries to bite the baby's head. I had previously thought it was her predator hunt instinct, but actually I've heard more recently it's possibly a kind of like a maternal type instinct. A mother cat would tell her babies off for crying because they might attract predators. So she's trying to teach the baby to be quiet. So yeah, this is my little monster. This is a cat that regularly destroys the local wildlife by eating all the birds. And she even catches butterflies. She's a horrible creature. I'd like to say a shout out about these things. I got this as a gift from my best friend. She used it for her children and passed it on to me. These things are amazing. Baby's not currently in it because she's sleeping on the bed in the bedroom. So I'm taking the chance to do this video just now. So I just wanted to share with you, put my phone in a phone holder so I can be hands free. I wanted to share with you the coffee table. So I was getting annoyed with too much clutter on the coffee table. I spend most of my life sitting on the sofa at the moment, because this is where I sit when I feed the baby, when I express milk. I change the baby's bum on the other side of the coffee table, so those are reusable wet wipes. And that tub just basically cotton, terry towel, squares in water, and that's what I use instead of wet wipes. So I was getting annoyed because I had like a whole heap of stuff on the coffee table that was just making the place so cluttered and untidy. So what I did is I got this to hold all the remotes. So it is a it's on a swivel base, and it has got enough space to hold all the different remotes and a bottle opener and various other random things. And there's another remote which I need to add in there. So that is really handy because it keeps all the remotes tidy and in one place. I always have a glass of water on hand, and then I've got a bottle which actually will probably need to go get washed because it's been used this morning for the baby. So I'm going to move my glass of water over there. I will have some quick drink. So what I did to contain all of the clutter that was doing my head in is I got given this basket as part of like a gift basket thing for the baby with a whole bunch of like stuff inside. So I've just put the basket on the coffee table, and then it contains all of like the baby related paraphernalia that I've got lying around. So we're just going to go through it just now, and we're going to like do a bit of a tidy. So this is the hat, well this is one of the hats that we are currently using. We got it second hand from a friend, and it's just adorably cute on the baby. It can probably get put away in a drawer, though it doesn't need to be sitting out here. So we've then got a dribble bib. She's actually currently wearing a dribble bib, so this can probably go back in the drawer. Let me just double check. Yeah, it smells clean, so that can go back in the drawer. If it smelled like sicked up milk, I would have put it in the wash. course, it can just stay in here because I use it quite frequently. We have got a teether crinkle toy that straps onto baby's wrist. This was dropped on the floor, so it needed to be cleaned. So I'm going to put it over next to the bottle to remind me to take it and clean it. This is a container for keeping pacifiers or dummies or binkies or whatever you want to call them in. You can actually sterilise them in here. You can put them in the microwave to sterilise them. You put a little bit of water in here and then you put the dummies in, and then it holds two, and then it can sterilise them. What I do is I sterilise them in a bigger steriliser along with the bottles, and I just put them in here to store them once they've been cleaned, so they're on hand. At the moment I don't have any clean ones lined up, so I clearly need to wash a couple. But I just keep that here handy. We have got the dummy that my baby is currently using. Obviously not right now because she's sleeping. I think she's got another dummy in at the moment. This clips onto her clothing. It's a genius idea so that you don't lose it all the time. We've got hand cream, which I'm actually going to put some on right now because my hands are always dry at the moment from washing my hands regularly. So yeah, just put some hand cream on. I have multiple containers of hand cream dotted about my house. So that's some hand cream on. We have got some infant Calpol. It's paracetamol for babies. This is out because she had her immunisations recently, but this could do with being washed, and this can go back in the cupboard because we don't need that out anymore, and I'll put that down there to go in to get washed. Nipple cream, a must if you're breastfeeding or even just expressing milk. We have got Sophie Le Giraffe. Teether toy. These things are brilliant. She loves chewing on its ears. This is my nail kit. It's got nail file and scissors and everything. That shouldn't be in here. That should be through. I trimmed my nails the other day. Now that I've got a baby, I have to regularly trim. Normally I just let my nails grow and then they catch on something and tear off. Now that I've got a baby, I have to actually be a bit more proactive about trimming my nails. This should be in the kitchen. I still haven't even opened it yet. It's I really needed it for the tiki brush for when I'm cleaning bottles. So yeah, I really like the Man bottles. That's what I use. We have another hat. I always have hats kicking around because when I take baby out for a walk, I carry her in the carrier. She doesn't actually need jackets and warm clothing on her body because she's strapped into me, but she needs something on her head to keep her head warm. So there's always hats kicking about. A box of tissues. I have a notebook here where I keep track of when I fed the baby. That's left boob. I'll have right boob, left boob, and I keep track of. So I feed her, and then I express milk and put it in the bottle, and then feed her from the bottle. That's an estimate of how much she fed based on what I expressed from the other boob, and then I keep track of nappies and things. This is totally not necessary, but my ADHD likes to be able to keep track of these things. Otherwise I forget when she was last fed and things like that. So that I find that useful. This is the instructions for our heating and hot water system. Okay, baby has joined us through here. Hopefully she stays quiet for the rest of this video. Yeah, I need to reset the hot water heater timer. So that's why this is out and not away in a drawer. I'm going to put it in the remote control caddy so I can see it. This is a Calpol nasal spray. She was a bit congested. That again, that's not necessary at the moment, so that can go back in the medicine cabinet. We have got these Priya and Peanut sensory collection baby development cards. It's like black and white cards with different shapes and patterns and things on them that kind of help babies' brain development and their eyesight and everything. So I kind of have them handy, although to be honest this can probably go in a basket I've got for toys. I've got a bit of paper that has a suggested bedtime routine for me and baby. We've got tissues that have escaped from the box. And this tissue looks like it's been used. This is a hospital appointment card for an appointment that has been, so it can go in the bin. We have got 2 bottles of Infocol. This is kind of like a colic relief. And we've got a bottle of Colif, which was a bit colicky. I'm not actually using this anymore. And it doesn't sound like there's a huge amount left in there. This can probably go away for now, because it doesn't need to be out because we're not using it at the moment. Here we've got the other dummy lanyard thing. The pen that goes with the notebook. We have got some children's vitamin A, C and D drops. So baby gets that every day. Once a day, every day. So we will keep that handy. This pacifier dummy, it needs to be cleaned. These are the awesome glow in the dark bed, like nighttime ones. They're amazing. And we've got a pair of socks, which again, because our little feet hang out of the carrier, like the baby carrier, while her body's kept nice and warm, her little feet do get cold. So I always have a pair of socks handy, but they can go back in her drawer. They don't need to be in here. So what I'm going to do is I only need 1 of these on the go. So I am going to set that down there. And then we're going to empty. There'll be like a little dribble left in here, which we will just tip into the other. Oops. I'll just tip into this bottle here. And then I could throw away this extra bottle. She's mostly past the colic stage, so she doesn't really need this anymore, but I might as well combine it all into the one bottle. So yeah, basically this basket, the idea being is it's things that are handy, that I need regularly, so that they're like easy to grab. That is the idea of this like basket here. And by having everything just in the one basket, it helps to keep the coffee table clean and tidy, because all this stuff used to be sitting on the coffee table outside of the basket, and it was just making the place like an absolute mess. Now, in addition to this, I normally always have like a dribble cloth and a bib in here as well. So that's like something that's not currently in here that would normally be in here. So we can put the tissues and the notebook back in, the pen, the drops, the chew toy, my purse, the nipple cream and hand cream, the extra lanyard and the tub for the pacifiers, and then we're going to put the Calpol, the saline drops, the extra bottle Coleaf, the other teether toilet fell on the floor, and the dummy and the bottle that needs to go in the kitchen, as does the bottle brush. And then actually, you know what, we'll just keep these sensory cards in here, because then I can work with them here. You can see baby wiggling away down there. I can kind of use them here, and then the hats and things will go back in her dresser. So that is kind of what I've got going on here. It helps to kind of keep the place tidy. I'll then take you over and I'll show you what I've done elsewhere as well. So over here at this side of the coffee table, so there's currently carrier bags sitting there with nappies one of my cousin's wives gave me. They need to be sanitised and then washed, and I'll be able to put them in my selection of nappies and start using them. That's my nappy bin, and then I have this basket here. It's just like a tote basket, and this is where I keep like things like the baby shampoo and the baby wash and the baby cream and powder and the bath thermometer and the baby kit and nappies and nappy cream and wet wipes, and I normally have like reusable nappies in here. I need to get more out the utility room. I always have a change of clothes handy in case she like soils herself. I need to have a change of clothes handy. That's especially more for at night time, if I have to change her during the night, rather than rummaging in drawers and waking my husband up. So that just tucks underneath the coffee table, and it's really handy because it has like a lot of the things that I need regularly just on hand. So that kind of brings us round to here. So I'm going to sit on the coffee table to talk this through with you. So over here I had the top of here needs to be cleaned and tidied properly, but I had like all of my baby bottles sitting up here for the longest time, and it was annoying me because it was just really cluttered and untidy, but I didn't have anywhere else to put them. It was useful having them here in the living room and not in the kitchen, but I didn't have anywhere to put them because this is all full. So over here we've got the basket's currently out in the bedroom because that's the basket of her toys lives there. All her books and things live down there. And then all of these drawers are full, and this cupboard used to have our board games on the bottom shelf and extra DVDs and computer games on the top shelf. Now, excuse the fact that it's dusty and needs to clean. So over here we've got the TV, and we've got DVD storage in here, and then a tower there with extra DVD storage. So what I did is I used the principle from, I follow a few like decluttering program like channels on YouTube, and one of the suggestions is that you designate a space for an item, and then you declutter the item until it fills that space. So I made all of my DVDs and Wii games fit into these bits here and the tower there, and I got rid of all of the ones that were on the shelf in here. So here you can see a couple of stacks of DVDs that I would like to watch, or that we would like to watch before we get rid of them. And then we can declutter them and get them out the house. But I got rid of quite a stack of DVDs that I'm willing to get rid of and let go of. So I'm really proud of that, because if there's one thing I'm prone to hoard, it's things like DVDs and books and things like that. So what it means is that I have been able to put a basket on that. So we've got the board games down there. I've been able to put a basket on this shelf that's got my breast pump and the bottles for my breast pump, and like the extra bottles. I actually need to wash a few because there's only a couple in here. And then I've got a tub for keeping like the tidier toys in to keep them clean. So that has just tidied up the place so much, being able to just chuck all that stuff in there, put it away in the cupboard, and then it just keeps the place looking a bit more tidy. I mean, I say that up here needs to be clean and tidied. At the moment our kitchen's a bit of a mess, so it's a work in progress. What I've also done is I've been doing stuff in the kitchen, and I'll take you through and show you what I have done in there. Okay, so I am trying to be careful not to show you the rest of the kitchen. At the moment it's a bit of a building site, and I want you to see it when it's fully finished. Although I will show you outside. It is very snowy. It snowed even more than the other day when I went out and did that walk video. So yeah, there's a lot of snow out there. But I still have washing out on the line. So what I've done is previously I had decluttered this cupboard here. I had put all of my pretty yellow corset dishes down here, and then we had mugs here, and then we had overflow mugs up here with the cafetiere and the teapot. The teapot needs cleaned, it's currently on the counter. What I've done is I've rearranged it so that my corset stuff is more visible, because I found that down here it was sitting here and then the mugs were there and you couldn't really see it, and I wanted it to be a bit more prominent. So I've decluttered the mugs. I got rid of 5 more mugs. It was a set of like cat and dog picture mugs that were like quite old. So we've got these are all like personal mugs to us. So my liquor is up there, the cafetiere is there, and then the teapot will live back here, and so that's kind of a bit less cluttered, and all the mugs we use are down here. And then we will close that cupboard, and I will take you over here, look at the view again, to this cupboard here. So this is the glasses cupboard. So previously it was packed full. We've got more glasses up there. I've taken on board the whole you don't need a million of one item, and I have decluttered several pint glasses. I drink a lot out of pint glasses. I drink a lot of water, so I normally have a pint glass of water with me handy. So we've got 4 plain pint glasses, and then 4 like ones that have got some kind of logo on them. We've got 4 soda glasses, half a dozen short glasses, and half a dozen tall glasses. We then have got 4 red wine glasses, 4 white wine glasses, 1 lager glass, 4 shot glasses, and then my Hard Rock Cafe Hurricane glass. So I decluttered, so 5 mugs, 2 pint glasses, 3 sort of short glasses, and easily like half a dozen shot glasses, if not more. So by getting rid of, like previously this whole shelf was like packed full, like there was another row of glasses on this bottom shelf. There was no gap between them, they were all like crammed in there. So now there's a bit of breathing space. And again, the top shelf was just packed full. I've cleared a lot of them away, so it kind of just means we've got a bit more breathing space in there. And it's sort of like a more sensible number of glasses. I mean, we very rarely use things like wine glasses, so that's why they're up on the top shelf. We've kept all the other glasses. They're going to go in a box up in the loft, so if we have any breakages we can replace, or if we've got, so here in where we are, obviously not right now with lockdown, but it's really common over the festive, so that's over Christmas and New Year, and Old Christmas and Old New Year, which is like in January. We have, in here in Shetland we refer to that as the festive. It's really common to have people coming around the houses and doing like what we call nips of alcohol. So that would be like your shots of alcohol. So you'd have like spirits, and people would be drinking it neat in little nip glasses like that. So you'd have whiskey or spirits. So we're keeping a hold of those, like the extra nip glasses up in the loft, so when we have a lot of people coming round, we have them handy. Said it's obviously not happening right now with lockdown, but we will see. So yeah. So just to kind of wrap up this video, it's kind of a random assortment of clips, and I've kind of shown you just random little bits around the house that I've been working on. But I basically just wanted to share with you some things I've done around the house that I'm really quite pleased with. Like, it's worked really well. And there's a few different like decluttering and organising techniques that I've learned from watching videos on YouTube. One of them being collect what would otherwise be clutter into some kind of a container, just to kind of keep it neat and tidy, so that then like the rest of the coffee table's clean and tidy. So that's one, containing things into some kind of a basket or bin or whatever. The other one is select your space that you want your items to fit into and then declutter until they fit into that space. So I did that with the DVDs. I've turned the light off, so it's really dark over there now. So I did that with the DVDs, making it fit into the space, and then that then freed up space in the cupboard for me to put other items. Getting items that are cluttering and look bad, get them into a bin, apologies yawning, and it like put away in a cupboard. Like that's what I did with the bottles and the breast pump and everything. Like, it was things I need to have handy, but having them sitting out on the side all the time, it looked so untidy. So I got them put away. And then also going through things like mugs and glasses and really being honest with how many do we actually need. So I mean, what we had fitted in the space. So using the declutter to fit the space method, I'd already done that. I already was able to fit them all in the space, but it was still quite cluttered. So I did another pass and was honest about how many, I was able to get rid of 5 mugs and like easy, like about a dozen glasses of different types. I mean, that's quite a lot. Most of them are shot glasses. So I was kind of just being honest, like, we don't need this many. We wash dishes frequently. I could probably get rid of more of the pint glasses. We probably only need 4 pint glasses. But I like the plain ones. My husband likes the ones with like the logos on them. So I compromised and I've kept both of them for now. I can always get rid of more later if I choose to. So that's kind of some of the key things I've been doing lately, and I'm really happy with some of the things that I've been incorporating and watching these like videos on YouTube with like learning tips and techniques and then applying them. It's been working really well so far. I've also done a project where we've taken down all of the decor in the house, like all the pictures, all the ornaments, everything's been taken down. My husband's been moaning about it non-stop. So the walls are blank and empty. The reason for that is when I moved in, my husband had all of his stuff up, and I have a whole bunch of my own decor type items that I would like to put up, but there was like no space because all his stuff was up. So by taking everything down, leaving it blank for a little while to like reset so that we get used to the walls being blank, I'm hoping we can then go through all of our decor items and pick out the pieces that both of us love. Well, we don't both have to love each item, but like the pieces he loves and the pieces that I love, put those items back up on the walls, and like hopefully the resulting will be that we have all of the things that mean the most to us, whether it's sentimental or just things that we love and enjoy, put those back up on the walls, and then it'll be both of our space. I mean, we've got photos that were on display in the house of like my husband, his ex-wife and their children from back when they were still married. I mean, I don't have a problem with those photos being up because his ex-wife will always be a part of our lives. She's like an auntie figure to my child, and there will obviously be photos of my stepchildren up on the walls. But as I pointed out to him, we can probably get more recent pictures than those to put up on the walls. So I'm hoping to get kind of more recent pictures up of the both of us, our extended families, the children, and then as well as like our different pieces of decor that we love. So hopefully, like by the end of the year, the house might look quite different. There's so much stuff going on in this house at the moment and so much still to be done. But I'm really excited to show you the kitchen when it's done. I'm hoping within the next few weeks it might be like mostly done, but we'll have to wait and see. My husband had started painting and then realised there's a bit that needs to be gone over again with the taping and filling, and he's so gutted because that means more plastering work, more sanding, which makes such a mess. And then we'll need to clean the kitchen again. I started cleaning the cabinets and it's just disheartening because the dust from the sanding gets everywhere. I'd gone through and cleaned like almost all the top cabinets, all but one of the top cabinets, you know, cleaning the insides. And if I have to go through and re-clean all that, it'll be so frustrating. But it is what it is. So just have to make do with what's going on, and we'll see where we get to. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at just at the moment. I've been rambling for long enough. I'm going to go now, and I'm sorry I haven't had a more interesting thing for you to look at than this basket. But anyway, I probably could have just had my face, but never mind. Yeah, you guys take care, and I will see you again in a video soon.